Did Roblox just steal people's Robux? Some of the biggest Roblox YouTubers were terminated. Roblox is something insane and so much more news today. But before, most of you aren't subscribed are trying to reach 400,000 subs by the end of the year. So please subscribe and let's get right into it. Firstly though, let's start with something pretty wild that happened on the platform yesterday. So whether you've been on Roblox for a long time or you're a recent player, I feel like everybody recognizes this Roblox game, Natural Disaster Survival. It's a very iconic Roblox game, and a lot of you have probably played it or seen it at some point just because of how iconic it is. And one of the main reasons it's iconic is because of how classic the Roblox game is. It was made back in like 2008, which is crazy, almost near the release of Roblox. So it's a very old game, but it still holds up to this day, which just shows how impressive and how popular it is. And well, for the most part past the early stages, the game didn't receive much updates, as in like big major updates. The game just kind of sat here with the same maps and stuff, and everyone was cool with it, like it's not that big of a deal. But with that being said, everybody was surprised when this happened yesterday. Steakmaster Luke, the guy behind the game, tweeted out saying that he actually updated the game, which is pretty insane. This game has been around for so long, and I don't think it's updated in years, and now out of nowhere he decided to update it. And for the most part with the new map too, it is still like that classic feel of Roblox. The only like modern-ish thing is like the UI. The UI is all like clean and stuff now. But this shocked everyone and went kind of viral in the community. Like the tweet has almost 9,000 likes, almost 300,000 views. And in general, many people are very happy by this and also excited in general because the game hasn't updated in so long. And also since he updated the game recently, I'm curious if this means that in the future we will see more updates like more frequently. Maybe another new map or something, maybe a new disaster, who knows. But anyways, move to our next story, which is pretty insane. And a lot of you have probably heard about this story, but a lot of you might not know the true story behind this. So yesterday out of nowhere, a bunch of popular Roblox short creators started getting their channels taken down. And by popular I mean like literally some of the biggest Roblox short creators. And honestly probably some of the biggest Roblox creators in general. Because these short creators had like over 7 million subscribers, and a lot of them had like at least 6+ million subscribers. So from what I've seen, Uwucutesingle, Death Dolly, Rebooted Poppy, and Clown Chow all had their channels taken down and terminated, which is pretty insane. And I think there might be more as well, but those are like the main ones people have been talking about. And you probably recognize a lot of those names because over the last few months, people like Uwucutesingle and stuff have been under a lot of fire and a lot of drama. And even though their content's like cringe and whatever, they weren't in drama for that. The reason a lot of these short creators were in drama was because they were promoting free Robux like gambling to their young audiences, and a lot of them were also doing a bunch of free Robux scams and stuff and promoting free Robux scam links. And on top of all of that, a lot of them made like a lot of weird content sometimes, and they were always involved in drama left, right, and center. So even though all these were massive channels, they were all pretty hated in the community. Uwucutesingle is probably the most like hated one that you probably heard over the last few months. Like everyone's been making hate videos on her. So in general, it's pretty crazy to see her channel get taken down, but not only hers, literally everybody else that was involved in drama. Like I said, Death Dolly, Rebooted Poppy, Clown Chow, literally everybody had their channel taken down. Now when this happened originally, a lot of people thought that of the scams that they were doing, which is against the YouTube TOS. But the thing is, this actually wasn't the reason. So there's actually two different reasons for this. Apparently Uwucutesingle, her channel isn't actually taken down, and she took it down herself because of a big issue going around. So before, let's break down what's going on. The other popular short creators I mentioned had their channels deleted due to apparently like a team targeting them. Like apparently there's like a team that's been targeting popular creators that are pretty hated on the platform and using loopholes to get their channel taken down, which is why everyone's getting taken out at the same time. Now apparently because of this, Uwucutesingle kind of recognized a pattern and saw what was going on. So apparently she took down her own channel and like hid her own channel. Sharkbox here was talking about it, and according to him, the ban message that you get for Uwucutesingle channel is the ban message that you get if someone took a channel down themselves. So technically Uwucutesingle isn't actually terminated, but Clown Chow, if you go to her channel, the termination message is actually her channel getting terminated. Like she didn't do that herself. So it's very weird and very confusing what's going on. But basically to sum it all up, a lot of these channels are getting mass reported and taken down. So to avoid that happening, a lot of creators are also taking down their channels because they know they're at risk. Pretty insane stuff going on. But anyways, move to our next story, which are actually insane. So over the last few months, I think everybody's aware now that the Roblox UGC catalog is completely broken. Like they barely moderate it anymore, and the moderation is just horrible. So over the last few months, we've seen everything get through. We've seen fake limiteds, fake dominances, a bunch of copyright items, a bunch of just garbage items in general. And so much stuff has gone past the UGC system. And in general, it seems like they kind of just gave up on moderation. And we came to a point where literally like every single rare item has been re-uploaded a million times. And there's been so much like stuff re-uploaded that limiteds are kind of useless. And well, on top of all this mess and garbage, a few weeks ago or whatever, they announced that they're gonna make UGC public and open to more people. So if you're like 13 and verified with the ID, you can now upload UGC. You don't have to be in a program anymore. So everyone was really worried because they already know this is gonna be horrible and it's gonna get even worse. But here's the thing, Roblox actually started taking action yesterday, which is very surprising. And I'm not talking about like how they randomly take on one item and stuff. They've been mass deleting items like crazy. So firstly, a lot of the fake Headless stuff got taken down. If you guys weren't aware, there's been so much loopholes in the UGC catalog where like people make items that you can cover up and then you can have Headless. And a lot of them are really cheap for like 2 Robux. And because of those, you can literally get Headless for super cheap and you don't have to pay the 31,000 fee. And while Roblox started taking down a bunch of them yesterday and they're mass taking these down, almost like every single one I think got taken down and all like the loopholes and stuff were just completely gone. And then obviously more and more started to pop up, but then after a few hours you get taken down as well. So it seems like the moderation finally kicked in. And it doesn't even end here, because RDC tweeted us saying that items using like a specific black texture all got deleted. They were all taken down. Now this one's a bit weird, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the items were actually proper items, but this texture was also used for a lot of fake items. So I don't really know how this one works. Like a lot of the items that got taken down were literally some of the best selling items, like period. So I'm very surprised and very confused how this works. Like I doubt the entire black texture was just copyrighted, unless it was, which would make sense. But with that being said, and with like the last story, there are more and more items popping up that try to be like fake Headless and stuff and use textures or whatever, and they are getting taken down. But anyways, with our last story, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so a few days ago, a lot of people started to get really concerned, and a lot of developers especially, because when they went to their like transactions tab, they noticed that all their Robux was missing. All their pending Robux and all their sales and everything was completely gone, and all the Robux you were expecting to receive soon was completely missing. So obviously people started to freak out because of this, because in general a lot of people have pending Robux on the platform, whether that be like 10 Robux or whatever, but a lot of popular developers too have like tens of thousands of Robux pending, so like it could have been a real issue for them. And in general, a lot of people started to freak out, and a lot of people were saying like, did Roblox steal my Robux? Did my Robux get glitched? Was my Robux stolen? And there's a huge like freak out in the community, and everyone's wondering like what was going on. Like I said, some people are potentially missing thousands of Robux here. And if you went to Twitter and searched up Robux, people were literally saying like, who didn't know what was going on? People were literally saying like, Roblox, I lost my Robux, where did my Robux go and stuff? And people were genuinely worried and freaking out. But luckily, after all the panic and confusion in the community, RTC tweeted out saying that apparently it's a glitch and the transactions page actually went down, which is pretty interesting and pretty weird, because usually Roblox goes down as a whole, but for some reason just the transaction page went down. I don't know how that works, but luckily everyone was relieved, because this means that Roblox did not steal your Robux. So if you ran into this issue a few days ago, don't worry, your Robux will be back and you will get everything back to normal. It was just a big glitch and big issue going around. Like I said, it's kind of weird how that page specifically went down, but luckily it did come back. And no one should be missing Robux, and all your Robux that was pending should be back to normal. A lot of people were freaked out and worried though, but don't worry, your Robux is there. It was just a glitch that showed 0. And anyways, if you enjoyed though, check this video where a very popular Roblox game got deleted. I'll see you in the next one.